If he gets the unerring blast off, you needed to go, like in the dungeon, go walk over your rune and pick up that rune color, or it's going to kill you. It's a one shot. There's nothing I can do about it. So if our DPS is not sweet, if we don't keep Heimdall and Herja even, i.e., keep Heimdall and Herja even, and we don't have to deal with ads in phase one and phase two, if your DPS is sweet, we're going to be able to kill the ads as soon as we transition into phase three and ignore taking them to their runes. We're going to skip the unerring blast. All that means you guys live through that. Bring the deeps, bring the deeps. Also, the tornadoes in phase three still kill people. That's what killed Neil first time I was here. If you run through a tornado and you don't have any way to deal with falling damage, you're going to die. So don't run through tornadoes. If you get picked for tornadoes, please take those to the edge of the room as best you can. Watch where you're going. Don't run through tornadoes. The other mechanic in phase three is not a one shot. He gives people runes. He gives everybody a rune. The idea was stack up with people that matched your rune. Don't be stacked up with people who don't match your rune. It's not a one shot. It's not going to kill you unless you're stacked up on top of 16 people with a different rune. So just spread out like range 6. You'll be fine. The healers heal. You'll be fine with that. Don't run through tornadoes. Get your rune if we have to deal with ads. Otherwise, we hero when we get. I'm sorry, this is the horde side. Bloodlust when we get to phase 3. Bloodlust. We're horde side now. Bloodlust when we get to phase 3. And don't die. Don't die. Don't die. I like Heimdall. That's personal preference. Any questions? If you do something up before a pull, you should do it now. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them before any pull. Better to ask a question than die.
Do you want range on Heimdall, melee, Herja?
That's the general consensus. We just need to keep them even. So about halfway through somebody's life, I'm going to say we need more on one of them. So we'll just need people to switch when that happens. I mean, stack. It's not a kill you, OV. Just spread out a little bit. Stack if you can, but like I said, if you stack on one person with the wrong color, it's probably not going to kill you. 2 people, that's not a one shot.
3, 2, 1.
None can stand against Ayer's chosen.
4, 3.
5 yards from your friends, 15 from. 5 from your friends, 15 from Heimdall, or you're dead. But even more on Herja, a lot more on Herja, more on Herja. Need more on Herja. Get Herja down. Point that light at everybody. Catching Herja up, so back on.
4, 3.
More on him. On him.
4.
All right, don't stand in a swirly. Don't stand in a swirly, and don't take a ball to the face. Don't take a ball to the face. I'm going to take him to the front. I mean, Odin to the front. I get ready to go kill Herja. Y'all go kill Herja. Get Herja. Get Herja. Make her. Got him. I got Odin. Y'all go get her.
Won't be as gentle as I.
Get Odin. Odin.
4, 3, 2.
All right, Bloodlust. Ignore those ads. Bloodlust and ignore the ads. Bloodlust. Phase 3. Find the good side of the. Get to the good side. Get to the good side. Get out with your. Get out with your tornadoes. Get to the good side. Get to the good side.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here, buddy.
Easy game.
I don't know. I ran to a tornado. I was a little nervous. The first time I did that, I heroic leapt through the tornado, so I didn't have heroic leap. This time I didn't do that. So I still don't have that cloak. I don't know what up. Need it if you need it. Greedy if you want to sell it. I'm a transmog hoe. I go downstairs. Hopefully the trip downstairs doesn't kill you. Sometimes it would do that. Don't die to the trash. Don't die to the trash. Don't die to the trash. Dying to the trash is a bad way to go. This trash don't really kill. the trash in front of Hellion that will. I'm gonna get the guy that we always have to. If we have to get that other guy, a nice DK grip would be. No, yep, there we go. Good job.
I was waiting until the raid got up to it.
When we tank Worm, would you like him facing the raid group or slightly to the left?
We're gonna face him away, and nobody's gonna stand in the breath. Nobody.
Sounds like a plan.
The guys up top are shooting at us. I think these guys up top. They don't move. And with only one DK, grip's kind of cool. Downstairs, we're downstairs. Now's our chance. Storm the portal. That's from the first day of Warlords. Some people are triggered by that, especially Horde side. You got to that garrison and you couldn't click on that spyglass. Good days, good days.
Super fun times.
If you could get through the queue.
It's a fun 5 hours.
I mean, Alliance side, we didn't have that trouble. We didn't have no stinking spyglass. Obviously, an Alliance preference there with this Blizzard game. Obviously.
Beware, champions. Helya's realm is guarded by a savage beast, bred from the stuff of nightmares.
All right, this is Mythic Guarm. Mythic Guarm added one new one-shot mechanic. It was called Foam. We try to cheese it. Just to remind you, Foam, he from time to time gives random people a random thing called a Foam. The idea was if your foam didn't match the breath color you were standing in, you were going to die if you didn't deal with it. We try to cheese that by not having anybody stand in breath. So the two tanks are going to point him towards orange. We're not going to stand in breath when those breaths go towards orange. Melee, you can hit straight for the yellow markers, stack up on yellow, execute your perfect DPS rotation. When you get there, ranged, you want to spread out like 10, 12, 15 yards from each other over here. Once you do that, you can just stand still and execute your perfect DPS rotation. If you're a healer, don't dispel the foams. Don't dispel the foams. Please don't dispel the foams. The RNG here, and this is what killed someone on Friday, if he gets out 2 foams and he assigns one person 2 different colored foams, that person's going to die. Not much we can do about that. So hopefully you sacrificed your gnome today and you don't get 2 foams. If your DPS is sweet, he doesn't get a second foam off. So, you know, trust me with the deeps. Bloodlust on the pull and make him dead.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1.
I have to get out. Stand still. Don't stand in that. Don't stand in that. Don't stand in that. More cowbell. Don't stand in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't stand in that.
Jesus, that was even faster than last time.
That's a new state record. All right, so the trash in front of Hellion can kill people. No one's dead yet. That's great. Trash in front of Hellion can kill people. First thing that kills you is these Dark Seraphs. If there's a Dark Seraph in the pack, you need to kill them first. They do a thing called Unholy Reckoning. If someone gets Unholy Reckoning, they need to be overhealed. So usually that doesn't happen if we focus down the Dark Seraphs. The other thing's not consequential. Kill the Dark Seraph in 3, in 2, in 1. Go, go, go. I'm gonna get the water elemental in the back here.
Oh no! Odin's mighty champions have come to end my reign. Whatever shall I do?
We're going left. 2 Dark Seraphs over here.
Deliver your souls to me. It will save my Valkyrie the trouble of fetching them from the surface world.
All right, up the stairs, up the stairs. We get the guys in the middle of the room in the V formation. Now we're gonna get the big guy. The big guy does a knockback. Don't get knocked back into things. Get the little guys at the back of the room. And now we're gonna get the stuff in front of Hellion. This done in front of Hellion. All right, these big skeletons do a fear. Fear into the water is dead. So we need them stunned and interrupted. Stun them, interrupted. Impress me with stuns and interrupted. One more pack at the top of the stairs. Watch that AoE. Watch that AoE. Face pulling Hellion, not a good way to go. That Dark Six. All right, back it up. Back on face. Don't look at Hellion. Don't target Hellion. We're gonna be here a few minutes while I straighten out some groups. this is where it gets real, folks. This is where it gets real. Having nobody dead at Odin or Guarm, not uncommon. It's Helya that kills people. Please, 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 for the love of all that's holy, listen up. Get some markers. All right, so what kills people in phase 1 is orbs and slicers. Y'all know that. Orbs and slicers. We got to deal with them. The way we deal with orbs and slicers, also the orbs and slicers do 5 million damage per second, per tick. Don't stand in orbs and slicers. If you look at your health and think about 5 million, that's bad. You can't stand them long. So on the pull, all the ranged, all the healers, and eventually Neil want to be right here on the blue marker. She's gonna do a breath right down the middle. Right after that breath, we get picked for one random ranged person, one random healer, one specific Neil are going to get picked for orbs. If you get picked for orbs, it's the most important 3 seconds of the fight. We're kiting our orbs up and around the stairs over here on green side. If you are not picked for orbs, you cannot stand still. You cannot stand on the blue marker. Right before those first orbs go out, Shot Killer's going to drop his or her biggest healing cooldown right there on the blue marker, keep you alive a little bit. But if you're picked for orbs, you got to go up and around green side. If you're not picked, you need to go towards the middle of the room. Don't die. If you're melee, don't be near the blue marker. You might die to that. Don't be that. There's a truck ton of dispelling in this fight. So if you're a healer, I hate it for you. Dispel, 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 lots of dispels. We're going to have like 3 rounds of dispels, and then it's time for the melee orbs. So all the melee, all the healers, and Neil are going to be on the blue marker again if we get to this point. If you're picked for orbs, up and around the green side, 1 random melee, 1 random healer, 1 specific Neil get picked for orbs. Up and around green side with orbs, not orbs, move towards the middle of the room. We're going to have Red Mars drop their biggest healing cooldown right before those go out. At about this exact same moment as melee are dealing with orbs, we have to deal with tentacles. So we assign the hunters to deal with tentacles. Alasser and Kalehi. I'm terrible at names.
I would prefer not to be the one because I have 275 MS.
What?
Yeah, well,
all right.
Just
All
in
right.
case. Like, it's like a couple of seconds out. It's going to fuck us.
All right. Alasser and Sophia Bush. Do y'all have latency issues?
No.
All right. So Alasser, if you look behind the boss, this is important. So please listen up. Alasser, you're going to get the one on the left. Sassy, you're going to get the one. Who does I say? Sassy or Sophia? All the hunters can get it. It don't matter. Sophia, you get the one on the right. Look behind the boss. There's tentacles behind the boss on our left and our right behind her doing tentacly things. They're wrapped around something back there. Eventually, at the same point as the melee orbs are going out, they're going to stand up straight and tall, and then they're going to slap on the ground and hit the floor, and you need to soak the slap that hits the floor. So they come through the room and hit about right here. There is a point where they overlap. You could stand them both, but we're going to say Alasser's going to get the one on the left, and Sophia's going to get the one on the right. If one or both of you stand in the overlap, pop that turtle. That's what if you miss one, people die. Don't do that. So Alasser, Sophia, have y'all dealt with this before? Are you familiar with it? Are you okay soaking those tentacles with your turtles?
Indeed.
All right. Speak now if that's a problem, because it's we got to have them soaked. Then we should be in phase 2. Maybe we skip tentacles. Maybe we skip second orbs. I don't know. We get into phase number 2. In phase number 2, we have to split into halves. And we split into halves this way. Groups 1 and 3, odd number groups go green side of the room. Check your groups. They did change. Even number groups, orange side of the room. 1, 3, green side. That's Neil and Rapitor and Shot Killer and HM and Zavariel and Azuna and Cassius and Alasser and Eternal and Cora. We're going green side. Everyone else who I didn't name are going orange side. When we get into phase 2, we get up top, and the most important thing is the Vrykul chick that shows up in phase number 2. That's the first thing you want to deal with. Ignore that tentacle for now. Vrykul chick, she needs to die. If she's casting a cast, if the cast ever gets off, it's a wipe. It's just the way it is. If her cast gets beyond 50%, feel free to interrupt it. We don't need to chain interrupt. She does AoE damage to everybody if we interrupt her, but you can definitely kill her before she gets the cast off. If it looks like we might be close, interrupt her. Turn around. There's a Grime Lord. There's a Mariner. We're going to tank them at the top of the stairs. Spread out, spread out, spread out. Kill the Grime Lord. Kill the Mariner. On the Grime Lord side of the room, the Grime Lord, his Fetid Rot wants to jump every second in Mythic rather than every 3 seconds, so spread out. Don't give Fetid Rot to your friends. Kill the Grime Lord. He also puts a green circle on the ground. The green circle, if you stand in it, does a knockback into the water, especially the water with Helya is dead, so don't get knocked back into the water with Helya. Spread out. Don't stand in the green circle. Kill the Grime Lord. Mariner side of the room, he puts 3 swirlies on the ground in Mythic rather than 1. Don't stand in the swirly. Kill the Mariner. Kill the Grime Lord. As soon as that's done, we have to kill pairs of tentacles within 10 seconds of each other. We need to keep them even, like you did with Himdall and Herja. They do show up in your boss raid frames. It's important to try to keep them even. Kill them within 10 seconds. 10 seconds is sort of a long time, but it's not uncommon to not do that because people aren't paying attention. I'm going to say things like green, catch up, orange, catch up, green, slow down, orange, stop. Please know which side of the room you're on. Please try to keep those tentacles even. Watch those health frames, boss frames, keep them even. As soon as we kill those two, we're downstairs. Melee, you're looking for a Vrykul chick. There's one Vrykul chick. She shows up in a random spot somewhere downstairs. Could be anywhere. Find her, interrupt her, kill her. If you're ranged, you can go ahead and start attacking those tentacles as long as you keep them even. The tentacles are at her right hand and her left hand. Once we've dealt with the Vrykul chick Melee, you can help out. Go straight for those tentacles. Keep them even, keep them even, keep them even. A lot of little guys showed up. They're unimportant. Kill the tentacles. As you're going back upstairs, cleave and kill those little guys. Cleave and kill the little guys. And then we're back upstairs. If your DPS is where it should be, we can go straight for the tentacles that are upstairs. Go straight for the tentacles that are upstairs. Kill the tentacles, kill the tentacles, kill the tentacles. We got a wave that comes through. A new Vrykul chick shows up, one on each platform. Turn around, kill the Vrykul chick. Interrupt her if we need to. Kill the Vrykul chick. Grime Lord and Mariner show up. They switch sides of the room. Spread out, spread out, spread out. Kill the Grime Lord, kill the Mariner. We're going to let a couple of more waves come through, and then we're at the back of the room. Hope we don't need that cooldown for a while. We're at the back of the room. The last two tentacles are here at the back of the room. Kill those tentacles. Keep them together. As soon as we do that, Melee, there's one more Vrykul chick that shows up. She's somewhere downstairs. Find her, kill her. If you are ranged, if you are a healer, you need to ignore the Vrykul chick and head straight for the yellow marker. We want you all stacked up on the yellow marker as soon as we're into phase 3. Lots of little guys around. Cleave them, AoE them, kill them on your way to yellow as best possible. Melee, once the Vrykul chick is dead, head to the yellow marker. We want everyone that's not a tank on the yellow marker in phase 3. Everyone that's not a tank on yellow. It's the easiest way to deal with this in a pug. For a group that didn't progressively learn how to do this fight, it's the easiest way to do this. We want everyone stacked up on yellow. There's going to be a truck ton of stuff on yellow. I know this. It's not impossible to do. You're going to be standing in green poo because the little guys leave green poo on the ground. The orbs leave green poo on the ground. Standing in the green poo, even though GTFO is screaming at you to get out of it, is not going to kill you if your healers are alive, if y'all are doing what you're supposed to do. Stand in the green poo. There are green swirlies that show up. Dispel, dispel, dispel. Don't stand in a green swirly. A green swirly does a knockback. If you get knocked back into the water with Helya, you're dead. Don't get knocked back into the water with Helya. Don't stand in a swirly. We get orbs. The first set of orbs pick ranged and healers. They don't pick tanks, ranged and healers. So that's why we need ranged and healers to head to the yellow marker as soon as we get into phase 3. If you get picked for orbs, kite to the back of the room, kite towards the blue marker. You don't have to go up and around the stairs. Just kite to the back of the room. If you're not picked, take 2 steps to the left towards the middle of the room. Don't go too far to the left because right after those orbs, we get a breath. If you stand in the breath, you're not going to get any healing. Not getting any healing is dead. Don't stand in the breath. Breath is bad. But at the same time, we get 5 swirlies right after the breath. 5 swirlies on the floor. So HM and Cassius can help us out. If you want to put a lock gate from about halfway between skull and yellow to as far back in the room as you can put it. We need ranged DPS who didn't get picked for orbs to soak swirlies at the back of the room. Your 2 tanks will probably get the first 2. We need a ranged DPS to get the ones at the back because our melee are about to get picked for orbs. If melee goes soak the swirlies, we are likely to get slicer lines through the middle of the room. That's bad. So preferring ranged DPS that didn't get picked for orbs, preferably like, because we're pointing it through the middle, like from here to where you put the other one. Because this is where the swirlies would be. Here with the green triangle on my head. Anyway, soak the swirlies. The way the swirlies work, if we miss one, and usually we miss one, everyone in the raid group has a healing absorb shield on them. The way the healing absorb shield works is if it's not healed off, in 10 seconds you become mind controlled. Mind controlled means you become a Vrykul chick, so we have to attack you and interrupt you. We have to take you to 10% of your health to get you out of mind control. 10% of your health is likely dead. So you can help your healer out. You can take a lock rock and use a lock rock. You can use any of your self heals. So you can ice block, you can turtle, you can self heal, you can all the other self heal stuff that you've got. Help your healers out. Do some self healing. We're going to use big healing cooldowns for this. So shock killer and rapture. As soon as that first healing absorb shield sets are out, big heals, big heals, big heals. Your biggest heals. You want to be near yellow because that's where your healers are and that's where the big heals are. So get back to yellow, get back to yellow, get back to yellow. Kite your orbs to the back of the room. Move to the left if you don't get picked for orbs. There's a Mariner that shows up. Kill the Mariner. Don't stand in the breath. One more breath. One more set of swirlies. Soak the swirlies. She's probably dead. We bloodlust in phase 3. Yeah, if the gate that's at the back over there, HM, could be over here where I am. The purple one over here, like in the middle of the room. Hobo, if you didn't pick up on this, you are solo tanking Helya in phase 1. Just keep her pointed at the skull marker. If you get dispelled for taking the C, you want to back up. You don't want to move to your left or your right. If you move to your left or your right, after you get dispelled, you're likely to push the breath to the left or the right, and either one of those is bad. So move backwards if you get if the swirly shows up underneath you from a dispelled tank. Phase 3, we can both stand on the skull marker. It don't matter. Again, in phase 3, if the swirly's underneath our feet, move back instead of left or right so that we don't screw up the breath. Push the breath left or right in phase 1 or phase 3. Bad things happen.
You got it.
Yes. In phase 1, again, all healers, all ranged, are right here on the blue marker on the pull. Right after the first breath, that's when the ranged healer Neil orbs go out, and then a couple of dispel rounds later, about the same time as the tentacles, is when the melee heals Neil orbs go out. If you're a ranged person, you don't want to be near blue. When the second set of orbs go off, you want to be sort of spread out in the middle of the room. Any other questions? If you got a question, now's a good time to ask it.
About the back tentacle.
There are no back tentacles. The 2 tentacles are at her right hand and behind her. So if you're standing here looking at her, there's the 2 tentacles behind her that are going to slap down in the middle of the room. There's no tentacle in the back of the room that we're going to have to deal with.
Okay.
What was the group splits for the platforms again for orange and green?
1-3 green, 2-4 orange. 1-3 green,
Thank
2-4 orange. Any other questions? Now's a good time to ask them. Then let's may RNG smile kindly upon you.
Good luck, everyone.
May a loon want to do whatever a loon does. What does a loon do? I don't even know.
Bless you with the light.
All the ranged, all the healers, right here on the blue marker. Melee, you're headed to yellow.
5,
Hobo, you're headed to skull.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Your souls belong to me.
5, 4, 3, 2,
At range, we're stacked up. Tight stack, tight stack, tight stack.
2,
Ready to kill
1.
those blobs. Big heal, big heal, big heal. And move. Dispel. 2 more dispels. 2 more dispels. Heal up, HM. No. All right.
4,
More dis.
2, 1.
Get ready to soak. 1 more dispel. Melee, we're near blue. Melee, we're near blue. 1 more dispel. 1 more dispel. And get ready to go. Big heal, big heal, big heal. Go. 4 dispels. Get the dispels off.
5, 4, 3, 2,
More dis.
1.
3, 5. More dis.
Beware.
2, 1.
Kill these blobs. We gotta kill these blobs. 2 more dis.
Soon you will join
These blobs, and then
my Cavaldir.
2 more dispels.
Beware.
Interrupt that chick.
4,
Interrupt her. Kill her.
2, 1.
Turn around, Mariner. Mariner is almost. Crime Lord. Crime Lord is dead. All right, tentacles, keep them. Go. On green, catch. Green, go. Slow down. All right, we're downstairs. Find the Vrackle chick. Where? She's in the back. By green, blue. Get your tentacle. Go. Right hand, left. Keep him. Orange, catch up. Green, slow down. Orange, come on. Where you at? Orange, catch up. They're caught up. Go. We're upstairs. Kill little guys on the way up. Go straight for the tentacles. We might have to switch to the chick, but go straight for the tentacles just in case. Interrupt the chick. Kill the green kid. Spread out, man. Spread out, spread. All right, we're moving towards the back. Don't spread that fetid run. Keep them even. Keep them. All right, if we can get HM up, get HM. Find the chick. Kill the chick. Where's the chick?
I'll interrupt if he's gonna get it off.
We're in phase 3. Hero rings on them things. Bloodlust. Get the yellow. Get the yellow. Get the.
4, 3, 2,
5,
1.
Spells. Kite to the back. This
3, 2,
move left.
1.
Don't stand in the breath.
Ah.
4, 3, 2,
Don't stand in the.
1.
Soak, 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 soak.
3, 2, 1.
You'll catch your death of
Right to the back. Big heals. Big heals. Everybody needs. Use a lock. Spell.
4, 3, 2,
Back to you.
1.
Back to you. Everybody back to you. Quick, quick.
Beware.
Heal up, heal up. We got a mariner. We're gonna have to kill them. Back to yellow. Back.
4, 3,
Spell to
2, 1.
Beware.
stand in the breath. Don't stand in the.
1.
Soak, soak, soak.
2, 1.
the cold will
Soak, soak, soak.
shatter you.
Big heals, big heals. 3 dispels. 4 dispels.
4, 3,
3 dispels.
2, 1.
2 dispels. Big heals.
Cold will shatter you.
So what? Calais, Sophia Bush, and HM.
Oh well.
Tentacle Slam killed me through turtle.
17
Doesn't
people
matter.
just got the chosen. Good job, good job. Calais, your eye level is such that you're probably going to get approved for whatever run you should sign up for. I know you're in Australia and
Yeah.
can't make every run, but keep signing up. HM, probably the same. Sophia Bush, we've already talked about your